Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm in the gym right now, so enjoy the view. Anyways, today I wanted to discuss the art of letting go, okay? Because letting go is all about faith. It's control stems from fear, and more often than not, many of us have a hard time letting go and believing that on the other side of fear or control there's something much greater and something that will ultimately serve our higher selves, okay? And so the art of letting go and practicing this letting go of control, basically, it's not easy and it's extremely scary, of course, but it's necessary in order to live a more fulfilling life. Okay, I know in the comment section, one of my videos, I've gotten into a discussion in one of my videos about something similar, okay? And it had something to do with, letting go, exiting a bad situation that someone was in. And instead of letting go and having faith that everything will eventually work out for their highest good, as long as they let go and have faith that this will happen. Ultimately, this is your test, okay? It's your test. It's your test of believing in yourself and having faith that things do work out for your highest good, okay? But your step is to, your job is to take that leap of faith and to dive into the unknown. Okay, you guys, it's in the unknown. It's when we drop control, when we drop all the fear, and when we dive, that's when good things happen, okay? Good things and things that we never expected, okay? Just think about dancing, right? Without letting go of control or fear, you will never be a good dancer, because dancing is all about letting go of control, letting go of fear, letting go of that egoic mind, letting go of that logical mind, right? So if you're too logical, and that's why maybe, I hate to say it, but that's why maybe most like nerds, right? They cannot, and that's not to say that I'm calling anyone a nerd, really, because I'm a nerd in many ways myself. I can label myself that too, okay, because nerds love learning and so on, right? But anyways, but a lot of, let's just say nerds, right? They cannot dance because they think too much, right? And so they have this hard time leading with their hearts and their faith and their fearlessness, right? So they cannot dance well, right? So in order to dance well, you have to be able to let go of that control, to let go of that fear, right? Same applies to really any art, okay? I noticed, even while drawing, right? If you're afraid to make a mistake, sometimes drawing has to, once again, it's your ultimate self-expression, right? And so in order to really express ourselves from our hearts, from our soul, we have to let go, even when it comes to drawing, okay? If you are too concerned about being too precise, being too controlling, right? When it comes to drawing, for some reason, you also tend to make more mistakes, okay? The same applies to writing, Writing can be applied here too. And pretty much anything, really, a lot of things require your faith, right? That's what having faith is ultimately about. It's about letting go control, letting go of the egoic mind, and letting your spirit guide you, okay? And it will guide you to the right people, to the right situations, it will guide you basically where you're meant to be and where you'll be at your happiest, okay? And so I know a lot of us are in situations, like for example, a lot of us get stuck in these bad relationships, even abusive relationships, right? And so because we have no faith in ourselves, in our own skills, in our own abilities, we cling on to another person, even if they're abusive, right? And that's such a bad thing. It's such a bad thing because, you know, once again, well, of course, it isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you've got a little bit more work to do on believing in yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, we're all capable of getting out of bad situations. We're all capable, we all deserve to be happy and to be loved and to be treated with respect and kindness. And so, yeah, sometimes letting go of, you know, and trust me guys, I've been there, I've been in very toxic situations where I got stuck in them, you know, and especially mentally stuck, right? Because it's very much mental, right? It's you get stuck in your head. And especially if you haven't learned to be your own best friend yet, right? Your mind is telling you like, you're getting all these negative thoughts, right? Like you'll never make it, right? You'll become homeless and so on, right? And so this actually scares you, right? It stops you from taking that jump of faith, okay, into the unknown. And of course, we're all afraid of the unknown. We don't know. Many of us want to stay in this control. We want to know everything. We want to control everything, every step, every situation, right? But unfortunately, fortunately, life doesn't work this way. And it's actually an unknown. The unknown tends to pleasantly surprise you. You know, I've jumped into the unknown so many times in my life, and I can tell you that on the other side of fear is usually happiness. On the other side of fear, especially if you follow your spirit, okay, situations always work out. Even if you're in an abusive situation, okay, just get out of the house, okay? Don't try to keep your emotional distance, you know, try to distance yourself emotionally, and that means don't think about the person, you know, try to get out of the house as much as you can, and God will ultimately send you the right person into your life who is going to help you get out of that situation. But so the divine is with you every step of the way, even if you don't see it, okay? And so sometimes it's just about taking that leap of faith, okay? And of course, knowing that, you know, God has got your back too. You're not alone in this. You're not entirely alone in this. You might think also at the end, right? When you meet that person that will ultimately help you, right? You might think it's a coincidence, but it's not, right? It's the divine working for you, okay? With you. But you also have to do the job, right? So like, it's kind of like faith without works is dead, right? If you don't do your, if you don't take action, right? If you don't take that leap of faith, for example, then nothing is going to happen, and you're still going to be stuck, right? No matter where that's at. And like I said, this can be applied to so many different things, right? It can be applied to, you know, leaving that, you know, terrible job that you hate. It can be applied to, you know, it can be applied to many, many different situations. You know, leaving your hometown that's toxic, right? Moving to a different country, you know, dancing, right? It can be applied to drawing, right? It can be applied to playing music, right? And so many other things, like writing poetry, right? Yes, like I said, it is in the unknown that magic happens. Okay, and so, and that takes a certain belief in yourself that you can do it and you're not alone in this, okay? And so this is the message for today, okay? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for another video, okay?